5 News reporter Kayla Davis is in our storm chaser right now, starting off our team coverage with a look at the conditions out there now. Kayla?
That's right, Darren. We are driving down I-49 and the highway is mostly clear right now with at least 2 lanes free in about everywhere we've driven today of that snow or ice. Where we've noticed a little bit more trouble are the entrance and exit ramps. Road crews will likely hit those areas once other roads have been cleared. The roads are considerably empty considering what traffic usually looks like at this time of day, but that was certainly not the case this morning due to those icy road conditions. A major crash near the Sunset exit in Springdale. At around 9 a.m. this morning, 2 semi-trucks experienced a collision in between exits 72 and 73 in Springdale. 1 car was also impacted in the wreck, but was able to continue on their way once wreckage was moved. We still have no word on exactly how the trucks collided and how the fire started, but Arkansas State Police is actively investigating that scene. Springdale Fire and EMS was on the scene till about noon until the fire and threat was completely contained.
We can report that there was no injuries from that fire, so that's fantastic news. But we've had multiple agencies that did respond with mutual aid for the obstacles that we had with water supply. So we had Hickory Creek, Cave Springs, Lowell, and Johnson fire departments that did respond to that incident to help us out with that situation.
Towing services have since completely cleared that wreckage, and I-49 southbound is unblocked. Traffic is flowing, and once again, there's basically really no ice and snow on the roads due to these crews getting out there and treating them. That's all I really have for you. I'm Kayla Davis, and I'm going to send it back to you two.
All right, Kayla, thanks. The frigid weather did cause a different type of firefight for crews at that scene today. 5 News reporter Rachel Williams talked to firefighters who explain what it's like to fight fire and ice at the same time.
Hazardous winter conditions not only make getting to the scene of a fire more difficult, but they also put a strain on the equipment and firefighters.
We're driving the fire truck and trying to get those crews on scene, so that's difficulty in itself. To begin with. Then when you got the water supply, trying to obtain that, when you're spraying water, obviously that water is going to freeze and it makes it very, very slippery surface. So it can take a lot of toll on crews trying to battle that fire or that incident. And it's just one of those things that it's very difficult to maneuver in those types of conditions.
Firefighter Hunter Collins was just one of many fighting a massive semi-truck fire Wednesday morning and says icy roads slowed them down.
Thankfully, we have snow chains on our engines that help us get kind of, maneuver around those situations. So once we arrived on scene, Captain gave us our orders, what we needed to do, stepped out. Obviously, it was very slippery conditions, so it was a nice little hurdle and a challenge to pull off 300 foot of line towards the seat of the fire.
The flames took hours to contain, completely exposing crews to hours of below freezing temperatures. But Springdale Fire Captain Justin Pinkley says they do have a way to warm up at the scene.
That we have a medic crew on scene. Crews are able to get in the back of the ambulance and heat up. We have those policies already in place and those practices. So we monitor our crews and we get crews rotated in.
In Colin's 6-year career as a firefighter, he says this was the largest vehicle fire he's ever had to contain. And after every fire, they clean off their equipment to prevent cancer.
Before we go back to the station, we make sure we clean everything up. We have to completely decontaminate our equipment. And Springdale offers 2 sets of equipment. So right now I am taking apart my entire, my jacket, my pants, and I'm going back to my station and using my backup gear to last me the rest of the station, the rest of the tour. Station 1 here is going to finish off cleaning my gear, drying it off, making sure when I get off work tomorrow I can come by, get a nice clean set of gear.
Freezing cold or scorching hot, firefighters work tirelessly to put out fires and protect the community. But we asked them which type of weather they prefer.
I prefer in the cold. If it's over 100 degrees, I'd rather be in the cold. The heat is just absolutely miserable.
I'd rather fight fire in the cold because, yeah, you're already bundled up. You're not going to be that cold, obviously. In the heat, it's rough. Like you're already hopping in the truck sweating. You hop out sweating. It's in the heat, it's pretty rough, and the fires are hot too.
In Springdale, covering news where you live, Rachel Williams, 5 News.
Tow truck drivers are some of the first on the roads, helping stranded drivers get moving again. But while they're braving the elements, their biggest threat might not be the snow or ice. As 5 News reporter Jose Carranza shares, 2 truck drivers are reminding everyone to slow down and move over.
For Jim Wilson, towing isn't just a job, it's in his blood.
My dad was a tow truck driver when I was a little kid, and I always loved tow trucks. So I decided, well, I've done all kinds of work in my life, and I was like, well, let's try a tow truck.
Wilson has been on the job for 15 years and has seen it all, both good and bad. But the biggest challenge? Staying safe while on the side of the road.
I can't stress enough about the slow down and move over law. It's state law. There's a lot of tow truck operators killed every year because somebody's not paying attention and stuff. And we have families, we like to go to them at night.
Owner Austin Griffith says preparation is key when responding to accidents in dangerous conditions.
Make sure everyone's got their chains ready, all the equipment, straps, the de-icer, things like that in the truck. Make sure to wash the weather really hard, and then just hope for the best.
Griffith emphasizes the importance of driver awareness, especially in hazardous conditions.
Got to watch out for those bozos out there that are going too fast. They are overconfident, going either the speed limit or way above the speed limit, not minding because any car could slip off the road just as easy as another.
While they suggest you stay off the road, if you end up stuck, don't be afraid to call for help.
Storming, pouring rain, lightning, wind blowing, and you're on the side of the road changing a flat tire for a lady. I really appreciate it. It makes you feel good that you can help somebody out like that.
In Bentonville, covering news where you live, Jose Carranza, 5 News.
In Sebastian County, I-540 and other major roads look pretty clear. We know that all county and Fort Smith City roads were pre-treated before the weather moved through. Leaders tell us they're hoping it helps, but they're still looking out for slick spots on bridges and overpasses. And of course, RDOT crews have also been working around the clock to get the roads cleared. Dave Parker with RDOT joins us now with an update. And Dave, you've been talking to us all day today, all day yesterday. We really appreciate you sharing the latest. So what have crews been dealing with today, and what are they looking to do tonight?
Today we made a lot of progress. We really took care of the interstates and the highways. They're all in fairly good shape. It's the secondary roads now tonight. That will be our focus. Our concern tonight's going to be that black ice because we got a lot of melting today. The sun really helped us out. But now a lot of that moisture is still on the roadway, bridges, overpasses. So black ice is a big concern. Be careful if you got to get out there. The headline becomes the cold, the next 48 hours. We're talking really, really cold, especially in the Northwest area. So please heed that warning and stay home if you can.
So what will you use tonight to combat this cold?
We'll continue with the beautiful purple salt that we have, which has got that magnesium chloride. I never thought I'd be talking about magnesium chloride being a journalist, but anyhow, magnesium chloride mixed in with the beet juice. It lowers that freezing temperature down to about 5, which is going to be tough because up in Northwest, we're talking waking up tomorrow, it's going to be -2 in some parts, -5 with an even lower wind chill. So we're throwing everything at this. We knew it was going to be a tough one. Not a big storm in terms of snow across the state. Certainly a quick moving storm, but it has packed a big punch.
All right, Dave Parker with Arkansas Department of Transportation. Thank you so much for joining us. Several schools out again tomorrow. We've got a few of them that have called in. You can view the full list by scanning the QR code there on your screen. I can tell you that Fayetteville, Rogers, Bentonville, Springdale, all among the districts having another snow day tomorrow. Several districts in Oklahoma going virtual. Just scan the QR code. It'll take you directly to this page on our website at 5newsonline.com. City leaders today reminding people to shop local after the snow and extreme cold when it comes safe, obviously, to do so.
Absolutely. 5 News reporter Jacob Luthi joins us now in Fayetteville with the latest on what it looks like over there and the word from one store owner who decided to actually stay open. Jacob.
Yeah, Alexandra, we've been out here for quite a while, and I must say the sun kind of fell down behind this building about 20 minutes ago, and it has gotten considerably colder. My photographer was saying, your ears are red, you need to put on these earmuffs. So I have the earmuffs on now. And there has been a lot of foot traffic out here, which really seems to be a lot of U of A students coming and getting food. Not so much the road traffic as we've been hearing, as Dave Parker was just saying, the roads are still very slick, and that is the same thing that is right here on Dixon Street as well. But speaking of those U of A students, I was speaking to the owner of Doomsday Coffee, a local coffee shop right here in Fayetteville, and she tells me that their business is essential on days like yesterday and today when places are starting to close because of the weather. Now, Rosie Collins is the owner of Doomsday Coffee, and she says the business she and her husband get from local college students keeps the shop running. She says once she's made sure staff was comfortable coming to work, she decided to keep her business open. Collins adds that on snow days like today and yesterday, business is surprisingly good, with students spending time to grab food and study. Collins says staying open, especially when the students are in town, is vital for store revenue.
It's a big deal. As a small business, you rely on very few days that you can do a lot of business. And so, like as I mentioned earlier, when the students are in town, you don't want to be closed because that's when business is good. Like yesterday, we kept still selling things as much as we could because we didn't know what today was going to be like and if we were going to close.
Now, earlier today, I did speak with Fayetteville Mayor Molly Ron, and she says that she too will be out and about later this weekend as temperatures begin to warm to either shop or eat local. And she also reminds people that if you do so, there's a lot of people that are going to have that same mindset. So make sure you're patient with your staff. For now, I'm live in Fayetteville, covering news where you live. Jacob Luthi, 5 News.